Hey everybody, welcome to DuckCast 49. I guess this is technically going to be the holiday episode, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, there's not a lot of holiday stuff to talk about because I feel like we kind of covered most of our traditions and
We don't. We
movies and
look.
crazy
This
nights.
year's a bit different. This year we're just like being like, all right, we're a family. We're hanging out for the holidays and for the New Year. This is gonna be uploaded on
Here,
Christmas Day. It's
here's
exciting.
a nutcracker
Yeah.
proof. All right. Um, so there's a decent bit to talk about, though. It's just a lot of it's not going to be Christmas related, but we'll
Yeah.
try to fit it in there somewhere.
I have
Um,
a great way to start off the show, and I hope that you uh thought the same thing that I did. And if you did not, I'm gonna be very sad.
Well, I mean, there's a big thing that I know we both were going to talk about.
Well,
I
that's
don't know if
later.
that's what we're opening with. Okay.
I'm
What
talking
did you want
about now because I put a lot of hard work, like 5 minutes into this. All right.
to?
So I
Okay.
got you two gifts. Happy Hanukkah gift
Oh,
wraps.
oh yeah.
Um,
Was I supposed to do that?
See, this is what I meant about the sad part. You, you
did we
didn't get
actually
me
agree to that?
anything. Are you kidding me?
Did we actually agree? No, I absolutely got you
All
something.
right, all right, all right. One, fine.
Let's
We'll
see
make.
what
No,
you got
here's
first.
the thing. Here's the thing. How about this? Instead of me giving you two gifts, one of these will be for me, and one of these will be for
No,
you.
no.
What do you want? The big gift or the little gift?
I'll take the little one.
I was hoping. Okay, fine. All right, I'm fine. You,
Size doesn't matter.
let's open your gift first, the little one. All right. So,
Okay.
what do you think it is? Let's shake it. What do you think it is?
A used condom.
Probably, but let's find out. Well,
Not
see,
used by you, of
you like
course,
all the
but
tape that I put around it. I have never gift wrapped anything in my life, and like this one too. It's just like
I'm gonna
maybe
shoot
it's hard to tell on the
fucking jack
webcam, but
off into it.
there's a lot of tape on both,
I
especially this
wonder
one.
if you. I wonder if like it picked up what I just said there because you clearly didn't hear it. But I wonder
No.
if like the recording picked up on it. I'm not gonna repeat it. I just hope the recording picked up on it and you hear it amongst your rambling. That'd be great. All right. Anyway.
What'd you say though? What if I don't hear it? And then I'm like,
You'll
oh, now I
just,
missed
just
out.
listen back. Just listen to like the first 2 minutes of the episode when we're done recording.
Oh boy. All
All
right.
right. Anyway,
You ready
what's
for
in it?
this? ASMR.
Yeah. Did we agree that we were gonna do this? I remember talking about it. I don't
Yeah,
remember
and
us
I went
actually.
for it because I had the
Should have
time.
reminded me.
Okay, here
I
it
asked you to get on
is.
Discord a few nights ago. You couldn't remind me. I haven't spoken to you since the last Duckcast. We
Yeah,
actually didn't get back. I even messaged you about Legacy, and you didn't get back to me.
because I wanted to save it for
Um,
this one. I was like, I'm just not
I
gonna
didn't want
say
to go
anything.
into it too.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go into it a
I
lot.
feel
I
like
knew
if
we were
I
gonna
said
be.
anything over text, I would have been like, oh no, I'm
It
not
would
even
be
gonna want to say
interesting because
anything.
I don't know if you liked it or not. That'll be interesting because I
Well,
did
we'll
tell
talk
you
about it.
I told you what I thought like overall.
I'll just say overall, like I thought it was all right in some areas, horrible in others, decent in
I
others.
think it was a lot. Like again, I agree with that. I think the opening is one of the most unintentionally hilarious things ever. But we'll talk about it.
I kind of
Um,
dislike the opening,
but
but anyway, let's go. We'll
so
do that
it's so
later.
it's unintentionally hilarious. It's
Yeah.
bad. Um,
Anyway,
but
so
yeah.
here's your gift that you chose out of the two gifts.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the Powerpuff Girls video game for the Game Boy Advance.
What?
This is a horrible time to get cock blocked here. I You like the Hanukkah wrapping, everyone? See, if Mike wraps anything, it would have been Christmas wrapping. So, I guess it's a Hanukkah episode, even though the 8 days are already up. Especially by the time we're filming this, like, 8th day was a few days ago. That's disappointing. Domestic
Okay.
abuse right now going on in the background.
Oh, having some autistic outbursts downstairs. Anyway. All right.
So do you
Powerpuff
like it?
Girls. Yeah. Absolutely. Just ship it to me. You got Pinsack's address.
You want to hear a bit of a backstory with this? Kind of
Sure.
embarrassing, but like when so as a kid, like I only had a good handful of Game Boy Advance games. My cousin Haley had this game and she would let me play this game. And like, I was a fan of Powerpuff Girls. I'm okay with saying that. However,
I watched it. I wasn't
Yeah.
like ashamed of it when I was
I
a
mean,
kid.
it's a
'cause I didn't
girl show.
realize-
It's a girl show, but it has action. I mean, like what boy would
I
not
don't
want to
know
get
if it's
into
really a girl show. It's a show that has female characters. I don't think that makes it a girl show.
that? It's more like pandering to young girls. Like, oh, I could be a superhero too. That kind of shtick.
I guess so, but like during that time period, action shows I think were normally directed towards guys. I'm not saying it was a show made for guys. I'm saying that.
Kind of also like that show that I recently got reminded about, like Totally Spies. That one too was kind of like three.
That one did seem like it was a girl show from what I saw of it, but I saw very little.
It was more
didn't
so a girl show, but it still had action, which was kind of like appealing.
I think that one kind of came out like beyond, like past my time. But like by the time I was out, I wasn't really watching Cartoon Network anymore.
But anyway, like, so how I got this game was like, I asked like, hey, can I have the game? Or I don't know. She was just like, no, of course. But like, I had a game that she wanted, and I completely regret, because it's like, when you're an adult man and you think back and you still have a Powerpuff Girls video game, you think, man, out of any video game to trade, why Super Mario World? Your very first Mario game. So
I think you told me this before.
I
I think
told
we just...
anyone this. Are you sure? Yeah. Oh no, you're frozen. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy.
I've heard it before, but maybe... Are we good?
Yeah, now we're good.
The way an episode so far.
Oh my god, that was weird. It wasn't like a freeze frame, like you stopped, but you kept going every few seconds, frame by frame. That was weird. But anyway, yeah, I traded Powerpuff Girls thing for Super Mario World, and yeah.
You traded Super Mario World for Powerpuff Girls.
But now I gave it to you, so it's fine. You can. Yeah. You have a device to play this still?
I probably have my Game Boy Advance somewhere.
I never beat this game. There's a part like you have to break out the monkey guy in prison.
I've never beaten a licensed game before, like where it's based off something. The only one I ever beat was the Simpsons game. And that'd be fair. I mean,
Simpsons game? There's so many.
Well, it was literally called the Simpsons game. It was a fourth wall breaking game where they acknowledged they weren't a video game the whole time, and they literally went inside of other video games. Like Mario and Sonic made appearances in it as like the Simpsons versions and stuff like that. They had like a Zelda. They had a Zelda level. They had a Call of Duty level. They had a Grand Theft Auto level. I mean, I remember loving it as a kid. I don't know if it would hold up, but I mean, I loved it when I was a kid. I had a lot of fun playing it.
So
this is my gift to you.
All right. I'm actually kind of glad you chose this one for me, because like I get to actually enjoy this one, and the other one you really can't. I mean, that's the joke is, I'm giving it to you, but you can't really get it because it's here. We're doing this via webcam. I don't know if you knew that video chat, because when you're in video chat, you can't really hand things. Anyway, so here's my gift to you that you gave back to me. You gave me back the receipt. I'm very offended. I have to go back to the mall now and, give it back and be like, yeah, I was here a week ago, but guess what happened? I'm gonna look so stupid now. But anyways, thanks for the Bumba that I mentioned in the last holiday episode that we're bringing. Is there something else in there? No, it's just more wrapping. It felt like there was more in there. Anyway, remember I brought this to the last episode last year?
I don't.
I was eating them in the holiday episode last year.
Okay.
But anyway, they're peanut butter. Remember that? They're like, and I feeded them to you. And we're like nom nom nom. Here, let's recreate it.
I don't. No, I don't want to.
I'm like your father, just like eat the.
I guess we do have something. I have something Christmas related I could talk about. Mike and Tony Steal Christmas, the holiday special I'm working on. We had our shoot on Monday. Yeah. And it was horrible.
Oh no.
Arguably one of the worst shoots I've ever had. I tried to get everyone over for it, and the thing is, we successfully did it. I thought some people were going to come in and out, but no. Everyone was there at the same time, and we got fucking nothing done. I didn't even get halfway through, so now I'm getting a few people over to film like on the last few days before I have to release it. And haven't even started editing it yet. I have 5 days to do this. It's a long video. I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that it's impossible and it's going to be late, but I'm going to try to get it out on the 25th. And I loved the shoot. It was a lot of fun. The behind-the-scenes video of that shoot is going to be better than the holiday special. The Christmas specials have, like...
Sorry,
to me,
what?
the Christmas specials have, like... to me, do you know, did I cut off? What happened?
What?
Did I cut off?
No, you're fine.
Okay. It was a disaster though of a shoot, and it was a disaster because I got too many people over at the same time, and nobody would shut the fuck up when we're filming. Appreciate everyone who came over. Appreciate everyone who came over. We had a good time. I don't regret that we did it.
And they suck.
But we didn't even get I think we knocked out. It's a 30-page script. I think we knocked out like 7 pages.
How big?
No one would cooperate. No one, no one okay, that's not true actually. Luke, Joanne, and Gage, those 3 get my praise for full cooperation throughout the entire shoot.
Yeah.
Everyone else, very helpful in their scenes, but talked and shouted and screamed constantly. There's a video of this. There's a video of me getting irritated there. The behind the scenes, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be incredible.
You should just make a documentary of trying to make this skit and it never coming out, and you produce it as the actual product. What could have been? It's like its own story. And you're frozen again, nice. And a really nice picture for once. You're just really chill.
You're frozen for me too.
Oh, now you're back. You were like this.
And now you're back. And now you're back.
You were like an angel.
No, you were like frozen with food in your mouth. You're chewing.
Yep.
Anyway, the best place to get frozen. But yeah, disaster.
At least my thing showed you like an idiot and not me like an idiot. So
the best. I'm still gonna make it. I'm still gonna make it because I felt the same way about the Hanukkah video for the most part. And the Hanukkah video was late. The Hanukkah video had to rush a lot of shots, but I will say there are some really nice shots in this video. There are some parts that I'm really looking forward to getting out there, and parts where I'm like, this was really rushed. This doesn't look good.
Will this or will this not?
But there is some worthy stuff in there. There is some worthy stuff in there. I'm definitely making cuts. Anyway, what are you doing?
Will this or will this not be coming out next year? Like the last one. Are you that confident that you will get it out on time or not?
I don't.
No.
Oh, I'm not confident I'm going to get it out on time at all. It's probably going to be late. I'm going to try to get it out on time, but I'm not going to say, oh, it's probably going to be out on time, because I say that every year and then I'm wrong every year except for Secret Santa. That was definitely the Christmas party was a day late.
This special could have been great, but if it came out on time. That's my critique on Rotten Tomatoes, you piece of garbage. I hate you.
You're drunk this episode, Zach. You came onto the DuckCast.
Do you want some? They're really good. My stomach's hurting a bit from eating so many so quickly, but I'm over halfway done with the bag, but it's nice. So much peanut butter between the teeth though, and your braces.
I'm trying to my teeth are potentially fucked up, so I'm trying my best to.
Well, you lost your retainer like a big old idiot.
No, I didn't lose it. I know where it is. I just stopped wearing it for 2 years. It won't go on my teeth anymore. I'm not worried about them being a little crooked. If they get worse, then yeah, I'm gonna have to get braces again. Whatever. I did that to myself. I know a lot of other people who did that too, so I feel at least a little less ashamed of myself. But
recently,
no, I just got a mark on 2 of them. I got a little it feels like 2 of them got chipped, but I don't think they did, and I'm I don't really know. Right? I think I said on the last one because it was concerning me. And I think one of them, I can't tell for sure. It feels like one of them got a little bigger. I'm going to go to a dentist soon.
How's it getting bigger?
I don't know. I looked up. I do not think it's a cavity. I really do not think it's a cavity from what I looked up.
How much is a little shaving down from the orthodontist? It shouldn't. I don't know. I know it's cosmetic, but at the same time, it's just a little shaving down. That shouldn't cost too much, should it?
I don't know.
I was gonna say recently.
I don't know. It's better than having. It's better than having something that can actually get worse in my teeth.
Yeah, cavity's way worse. Totally.
if all they were gonna do is like shave it, if all they were gonna
geez,
do
that
is like
freeze
shave
second.
it down, then I might just keep it. Then I might just keep it this way. But unless if it's like bad for someone to get stuck in there,
Well, if you got a chip there, it's gonna
I don't know
scratch your
anything.
tongue
I'm
or
just like a
something.
complete dipshit. I went to the doctor finally.
Something's weird with our connection.
No,
My
that doesn't
God.
bother me. I just feel it, and I'm like, yeah, escalate. Are we good now?
Man, are you responding to me that late?
Are we good now?
Oh.
I don't know. Like,
Okay, respond to me
I don't
after
know
I
what's
say
happening.
this.
Hey,
My God, that was long. That was like 5 really long seconds. Oh no. What is your? Because
man.
I can't check right now. Go get off the full.
My cousin Kurt's here, and now I'm doing fucking DuckCast.
Get off of full screen and check your little Discord thingy if it's on red or that face.
It's on green. I have 34 MS, idiot.
Yes. Fine, I'll check now.
So
I'm gonna ruin the
end this
visuals
call.
of this
I'm gonna
episode.
end it and get back. I'm gonna end it and get back.
Hold on. Hold on. You can see my mouse. I'm on 145 ms. What were you at?
Shut up. I'm gonna end the call and get back in. We'll have to do some cuts with this
To
episode.
be fair, though, this is when the connection's good, so maybe that's why it's like that. Anyway, I was gonna say like regarding teeth. Since I haven't done Metal Mouth in a while, might as well do a teeth talk thing quickly.
Am I good now? Because
Oh, now it's bad. I'm gonna check it.
I'm gonna
Oh no. Oh, I'm alone. What is mine on? It's on 246 now. Wow.
I got out of the call and got back in. Are we good?
I'm still recording. This has been an
Well,
interesting
we're
holiday
gonna want to
episode.
cut this out. You're gonna want to cut annoying stuff out of this. But can you hear
Nah.
me now? Like, respond to me after I finish the sentence.
No.
Okay, that was like, yeah, that wasn't even a delay. Now you do it
Uh,
for me.
Respond to me after I end this sentence.
Hey, what's up? Hey,
Okay,
Gabby
okay.
Show here.
Okay. You don't think we should do another audio test and test the audio, right? Or should we just keep going? Like I'm still recording.
I say we just that's your call. Like, I mean, I'm
I
gonna
don't think
just
so.
keep
I mean,
going.
because that was with Skype. I don't know.
What was okay? I went. Yeah. So Teep, I don't know. Doctor. I went to the doctor's finally, and I have high blood pressure. Not surprised about that, even remotely. And now I have to drink like 13 bottles of this a day. I don't drink water, so
13 bottles, my God. I drink through a lot of bottles a
pretty-
day, but not close to 13. No.
like it's supposed to be 10 bottles. She said, but she said like the bottle should be like this big. So I kind of just like said, okay, we'll just say 13 of these.
Gonna have to drink a whole person.
I'm a lot bigger than you, like by a lot. I probably weigh 2 times what you weigh.
Still, though, like drinking that much and not feeling like you gotta puke or something, like after all that, like,
Well, I mean, I'm not gulping it all down like right in the morning or anything.
you know what
like
I mean?
I'm just.
It's still a lot
throughout
of
the
drinking.
day. I haven't even drank half the amount I'm supposed to today, though. I'm so bad at that. Like, I genuinely think sometimes I feel like garbage, and it's just because I'm not drinking enough water in the day. I sometimes will go the entire day without drinking water, and then I'll drink it at the end of the day. Like, I forget to drink water sometimes. I've completely cut soda and energy drinks from diet, although I stopped with energy drinks a while ago because they were fucking awful, but soda I've completely dropped too. I think I've been feeling better for like the last few days. I went I'm going to get blood tests tomorrow. I got I was supposed to do it the day after the appointment. It's been almost 10 days since then now, but like finals and work got in the way. But tomorrow morning I'm going to get blood tested because they have to check a few things. But aside from that, it was a good checkup. Just got to get that blood pressure down.
I was gonna say before, like, because I haven't done Metal Mouth in a while, and I might as well just, like, say a quick teeth talk thing or something.
Sure.
I recently...
Keep it quick. Just kidding.
They recently gave me rubber bands to put on the hooks now. And, like, the first 3 days, especially, this last Saturday, it hurt so much because, like, the one that was on the hook up here felt like it was, like, pulling down, like, it was so bad. And, like, even now, it's, like, you know, like, the first 3 days is, like, always the worst, like, very sore. But with the rubber bands, it's, like, you know, putting them on and off, it's, like, I don't know, just every morning. It's just, it's not It's like slightly sore, but it's like it's not as bad. I shouldn't be complaining as much. It could be a whole lot worse, but it's still like, damn, that's annoying. That's gonna be another almost a year worth of this, which is good. It's less than a year left, and I'm gonna have to get the braces off. Thank God, but still, there's like still many months left of just pain.
You gotta get back to normal now. We gotta do another Tito collaboration.
Yeah. I got another mouth. Oh my God.
What else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, so I talked about the Christmas special. I talked about like I'm saying it's the worst thing ever. Obviously, I don't actually think that, but it is like I don't know. I think Secret Santa is going to remain my favorite one. Hanukkah is going to be in second. This one will probably be third, and the Death at the Christmas Party will be fourth. That's my prediction. Maybe I'll be wrong about that. There are some like the thing that I do love about it though is there is several shots with every single cast member in frame, and I just like that. Like there are people on camera together who've never been on camera together, and I like having shots like that.
Did you say this year or the one that you want to do next year? Whichever one, like which is the Christmas Carol one?
We've been talking about that since Secret Santa.
Okay, so that's not this year's.
No, it's not. This one's Mike and Tony Christmas.
Like with the Christmas Carol one, you don't really need too many scenes. Sorry, of too many people in the same shot all together, and that's a lot easier to get it done, and a lot more fun to make as well. Like the problem that you've been having, I think, with the last few is like you're trying to get so many people in the same shot, and it's not as organized, and it's ridiculous. And
the thing is, I do that for the Christmas specials and the Christmas specials alone. Then you have all the other episodes. Like Mike and Tony has 3 characters in it. Bigfoot Reality does have a couple of people in it, but originally it was just going to be me and Fred. Then other people got involved as we were making it. And then Sharp Keys recently, that's mainly just me, Gage, and Fred. We like to keep those simple. The Christmas specials are always going to have the really rushed feeling, but it's also going to be a time where it's kind of like everyone gets together, and I think that fits in with the theme of Christmas. And I think that I consider like these videos like a little gift to friends almost, to where it's just like, hey, here's a video of us all fucking around and having a good time that we can all remember now. Like, that's what it is. The Christmas specials are lower in quality than any other video. I think Secret Santa, we got lucky. The Hanukkah video, I love it. It's extremely flawed, but I love it. I might actually want you to do a narration line for this new one. Just have you as like the permanent narrator for the Christmas. Yeah. If you don't, I'm just gonna do it. But I'll send you a line.
The last couple months.
It's not a lot.
I like to make this joke in my head where it's like I don't have a lot of time to like be on my too long in the house alone because like my parents don't want to leave me in the house alone, like that kind of autistic child joke. But like no, just last couple months I've been having a big struggle trying to find enough time, like hour long or more, to record just a podcast episode. It's ridiculous.
When I'm doing Slate Side videos with some of the stuff I talk about, I feel too awkward to record sometimes when people are in the house with me, just because it's like I feel like those are especially nerdy. But whenever it's anything else, I've always been okay with it. Like I still am, even at 22.
Especially like with the recent, the zip pride maturity change, bit different.
I've always just had such a potty mouth. They don't like it, but they accept it.
I'll be right back. Entertain the audience. Just gotta get some napkins. Okay. Get my hands off.
What was I going to talk about? I might actually just talk about something. We'll get dark for a second, and Zach can listen to this in post. So my dog was taken to the vet. This isn't a joke, by the way. And she came back. My dad brought her back, and I was basically told she was going to die. And a few days later, my dad remembered that she had Lyme disease. Like I'm leaving a lot of details out, but they realized that she has Lyme disease in the past, and that might be what this is instead of cancer, what they initially thought. And now it's found out that it's I don't know why I decided to get so dark with this, but they found out that it is probably Lyme disease, and she's probably going to live. So that's good. I was very depressed for a few days because of that, though.
What did I walk into? I'm sorry to hear. What happened?
All right, you'll hear about that in the post.
Jesus, I was like, am I here at the wrong time? Should I leave you alone to talk and vent? You know what's been happening to me all day?
That story, by the way, wasn't a joke. I mean that. It's 100% true. 100%. I went really dark on the audience for no reason.
Well, at least you had time alone to talk, you know? I was gonna say, horrible segue, I'm sure, for something that might have been very dark. But, like, you want to know what's been happening to me all day, and it's good now. But, like, my hand, do you have, like, really sweaty hands a lot of days?
This is like hilarious with what I was just saying.
I can't wait to listen back. I've been keeping this little towel right next to me all day, and I've been like, you know, like this, and then constantly I'm like, okay, it's good now. And then like a minute later, God, it's like I feel like at the end of this DuckCast it might be leaking. You want to get into a topic of like sweaty palms? Do you get it often?
I don't normally get sweaty palms.
Because it was like, it's dry as it is now, but then it's like, you know, you look away and it's like so like, there's like another layer of liquid. It's like a pool. You can see a little swimmer on your hand.
Well, I'm the kind of guy who's at work and my hands are so dry that I'll take my water bottle and pour a little water on my hands and just like swish it around a bit because like my hands get so dry that it's unbearable.
And I was looking up online like how to get rid of stuff like that. And it's like one of the things or two of the things is like, you know, wash hands, use moisturizer, which I use constantly. I wash my hands a lot of times during the day. You're frozen right now. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm gonna wait until you get back. And
frozen for me.
Yeah. Oh, now we're good. Now we're good. You hear me now?
Yes.
Respond to me after I end the sentence.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Oh, that was quick. Nice. Well, yeah, I was gonna say like you know, some of the things you gotta do: wash your hands and like, use moisturizer. The last couple of years I've become like a bit of a germaphobe, so I wash my hands a lot during the day. So, and with cold water too. It says I usually do with cold water, or and like, you know, that's just the way they prevent it. And it's like I do that so much today, and it's like I don't know, just keep sweating. And I'm doing absolutely nothing to cause it. No stress, no worry, no nothing. It just happens.
I told you at the beginning of this, like before we started recording, that it's been a couple of rough weeks, and there's like annoying shit going on right now. That's the best way I can describe it. Is it's annoying the hell out of me.
Can't be worse than like, sweaty palms. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not. No, but it's like for the most part, it's fine. There's even some like really good news. Like one of the best things I can say is that I passed all my classes during the semester. I did good in them. I even made like a post on Instagram saying I was worried about my history exam, but I passed the class with an 80, so I'm good.
I hate history.
I don't like it either, but I'll gladly take an 80.
What's the point of like I feel like in some professions it's important, but like not everyone.
No, it's a very. I don't like. A lot of people say it's like something that fascinates them, and I don't like question that at all. I completely understand the appeal of it. I don't understand the necessity of it. I think that there's some stuff that you definitely should know about history, just because if you don't know it and you're in a conversation, people are going to think you're a dumbass.
I feel like obvious stuff, like, you know, knowing who George Washington is and Abraham Lincoln, but like for the most part, like what did the Aztecs do? Like, I don't care. Well, stuff like the French.
I'm not talking about that. This was like mainly a Civil War class.
I could care less about.
I mean, building up to the Civil War more, because the Civil War was only the very end of the class. Yet he made it half of the exam. I liked my professor for that class, but his like exams were ridiculous. He got a little too specific sometimes. He had like a section that was just for like little references in the class. Like one of them was literally.
How many square units did they use to build this thing? Was it 28,000?
One of them
was
was
1900?
One of them was super easy. One of them was super easy because he brought chili in for one of the last days of classes. And on the like you said, like the test was like the section was coming to class counts, and one of the questions it was like a matching section. And one of the like you know, you have like all the things on one side, the things to match them with on this side, and one was crock pot and chili. So like like, you know, some of them were like kind of humorous, just freebies for people who actually came to class. But even if you didn't come to class, you could probably figure that one out. But then some of them were so fucking specific. Like, you need to remember the parent's name of this student. Like, that's not exactly true. It was something like that, though. It was like it was mentioning a student's name. I don't remember every fucking student in the class's name. They were chill people. I like them, but like, Jesus, I don't remember. I remember like maybe 2 or 3 names in that class. And I'll forget it in a few weeks. Like, I'll have been out of the class long enough. It was stupid.
Like a word says.
I think I saw.
Nah. It's too late for Halloween, you idiot.
We're gonna. I have a funny story about my YouTube name now. It's the worst thing ever. Right now, it is SpongeBob.
Is it SpongeBob?
Oh, you want to read it? Yeah. And guess what? I didn't realize that you could only change your fucking name 3 times every 90 days. So I changed it to that, and I was like, "Oh, that's."
You kept it as 2 thingies, not all one word.
I had to.
Why? I had to. You didn't have to.
Well, I could have put a period.
I
could have put a period under last name. I could have put a period under last name, but they require that you put a last name in. But
you can still do names, though, I think.
Didn't realize that I could only change it 3 times. I set it to that.
The lag. Oh my god.
3 months with the fucking name SpongeBob Fan 937.
Yep. I totally heard all of that.
I hope you die. Anyway, can you hear me now?
It's not my fault. We got the gist of it, yes. Well, we got the gist of it.
I'm stuck with that fucking name for 3 months now.
Alright, that's not bad.
It's horrible.
That's an upgrade.
I have several uploads, and it's going to be under that name instead of my regular name.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beams and Company, temporarily called SpongeBob Fan 937. Subscribe.
I'm glad I changed my fucking work email to Slateside whenever I contact clients and whatnot, because otherwise they're going to see SpongeBob Fan 937 every time I email them. I hope none of my old ones try to get in contact with me.
Any certain projects on that channel, you just gotta like upload them to a new channel and then send them. You're gonna be like, "Are you sure you made this? You're associated with this channel, huh? This meme channel?"
If they try to contact me by email, that name's gonna pop up.
Yeah. Any?
That's horrible.
Any like
it's
accounts? Any like accounts connected to that account? Gonna be like, "Oh,
not really.
Found you. We got you."
No. Gotcha.
You know what I ordered the other day, and I don't know why, like, I thought it was gonna come today. It said, I read Wednesday it was gonna come, but it's apparently Wednesday the 27th. I ordered the new South Park game, because I got a bunch of gift cards from the holidays, so I was like, yeah, cool. I ordered it online, and I thought it was gonna come today, and, like, for some reason it's coming a whole week later. And it's like, I get it's, like, Christmas week, but, like, I ordered it a few days ago. I feel like, even with it being the Christmas...
Just gotta check shipping deals, dude. You gotta check.
I don't know. I actually got a good sale on it, too, because, like, I bought the physical copy. The download thing was, like, the original price, like, $60. This was, like, $30. It got cut in half on the GameStop website, so I was like... Plus, I got the physical copy of Stick of Truth, so it's like...
I might need to do that myself, actually, if it's really $30 right now. Because I can afford it right now, and I don't have a PS4 or Xbox One, but I do have a brother who has those things, and I could just go to his house for a few days.
I say check on it before Christmas comes up, just to be like, yeah, maybe I should just get it now, you know, before the sale's over. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I mean, I do have to be careful with my money. So I might not get it, but we'll see. Now would be a nice time to do it, because I'd rather...
like one little review on Steam, like something about the comedy in the game, like where it isn't bad. It's still like, you know, recent seasons of South Park comedy where it's like it's hit or miss. But I don't know. I have to see for myself. But
Stick of Truth I think came out during a hit or miss time for South Park.
Stick of Truth I still really like, though. I don't know if it's anything as good as Stick of Truth.
The comedy was really good, though. The comedy was really good. I think that with South Park, the reason it's so hit and miss now is because they try to tell a story and be funny at the same time with such a limited amount of time Fractured Butthole they worked on for a long time.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope I like the gameplay mechanics because it's a bit different.
When they put time into it, they can like. I think that Matt and Trey are always competent. I think when they have a week, they're not always. I think last season the only great episode was the North Korea one. I think it's just they kind of get lucky nowadays with what they choose to make jokes about.
You want because we talked about South Park the last episode, so you want to segue to Legacy now?
Yeah, we should talk about Legacy.
Actually, wait, let me pull up because I feel like we're gonna forget. So I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it on here, but I'm gonna start like from each scene. I'm gonna skip to like so then we could kind of hit everything we want to, discuss about it. It is a long video anyway.
You have every scene written down.
No, I'm gonna have the video up, and I'm just gonna pause it, and I'm gonna skip when we're done talking about one scene. I'm gonna skip to another. I'm not gonna play them, but just so we remind ourselves.
Try to be quick with that because that will take up a lot of time. I guess the rest of this episode will be like.
Shouldn't take too long just to be like, boop. Okay, there it is.
Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? I have one thing while you're doing that. The group is getting sponsored by a channel called TBTV. Yeah, because it's Tim Black TV. I think that's what it is. He has 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he likes the show, and he sometimes does paid promotion. But he told Darrell that he liked the show enough to where it's going to be a free promotion. So we're getting free promotion from the channel, and that'll be cool. I finished. I haven't rendered it yet because we started the record after this and send it to him.
Dang, the internet's bad right now. Might be me. Whew. It's like because we're on this call, it's like.
I mean, I could do it.
I'm gonna do it. Don't worry. I got this shot of Luigi here. Oh, now we're good.
Okay, let's talk about the opening fight scene in DK's death because.
Spoiler alert.
We'll put a spoiler alert thing up and edit in before I say that because someone might not want to know.
I don't have a problem.
I don't know when they hear they did have a whole full minute warning though of us talking about how we're gonna go over it every scene, but no, the thing DK's death. I'm sorry, Richie. DK's death was stupid.
I don't have a problem. I sort of have a problem with him dying, but I have a problem with how he did it, how he died. It was like in the dumbest way. There was so many ways to get out of that too.
I misinterpreted it the first time I watched it too. I actually have a live.
He sacrificed himself for no reason. I felt it was kind of a dumb sacrifice for a character that has been from season 1.
What?
So
yeah, and plus Alpha just like immediately says, "Oh well, DK's dead, so I guess I can't kill Mario anymore."
Yeah, it was like it was classic Richie BS, just to move along the story. It's like why? And then that was the thing to like get all the characters to, modernize themselves and forget about everything for a few years or months.
Even though like most of the characters had annoyances with him, with that character, but like it was a stupid character to make the sacrifice to. I'm sorry, it should have been someone. I understand they apparently had a hard time getting this actor in it since the character wasn't in it, but like that would have worked with someone like Squall.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they could have got him in quickly. Done that since he wasn't going to be in the whole movie anyway. Done. Yeah. DK, and that like you can just change the actors every time. Just keep the suit.
It feels like with DK, you're affecting the main show too. Like you can't just watch the original series now as its own thing because I know, well, yeah, they're getting married here, but he's gonna fucking die. When you're watching 75,
I love to.
Squall was only part of World, so killing him off in that part of the series would have worked better because he's a part of this show, not part of that show.
I found it just funny. Like Pauline was like blaming Mario, "How dare you? How dare you?" And it was like literally DK ran and killed.
I'm playing parts of
Mario did nothing wrong, dude.
I know. I did a live reaction. I'm not uploading like the whole thing or anything. I'm using bits and pieces of it for when I do a review. And there's like literally just me when I'm watching that part. I'm like, what do you mean? No, he didn't. Pauline, he ran towards a gunman. He ran towards someone with a gun. Like it was so stupid. I hated that opening scene, and it made me think that the whole thing was going to be bad. Yeah. It wasn't. It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. Legacy was charming. It wasn't perfect. I didn't expect it to be. I'd say like without like we'll talk about the scenes when we get to it. I think the two best things in the movie. I think the two best things in the movie is the Fallout scene, which I wish the entire movie had the same tone as that.
I just love the tone of that scene so much. That was beautiful.
I know the whole thing should have been like that.
If you could put that much effort into every frame of the whole thing, of every project
like,
he's ever done, we would
really
have a perfect channel here.
Even the cinematography was really freaking good in that scene.
That freaking just hold hands out, boom, done. It's like, I don't even play Fallout. I'm not even a fan of the games, but that was like so badass. I like Fallout,
so I got that too. And then finally, that was like the most fun character Richie's played in a long ass time.
What was the?
He did a good job playing the character too. Like whenever he had to like kind of like be a little bit passive aggressive in that scene, like he's doing it with like in a joking attitude at the same time, but he's clearly pissed off about it still. Oh no, my parents died such and such and this, like in a radioactive such and such. Like I forget exactly what he says, but it just like the tone he uses is perfect in it. The other thing I liked about the movie. Sorry, finish what you were saying first, and I'll say the other thing I liked.
I was gonna say like in the season 2 finale episode, did Mario know and find out who the Fallout Mario is? Because like in Legacy, he's like, oh, good. Fallout Mario took care of that guy. Good. It's like he knew him. Like what? Did I miss something?
I guess like within the past 2 years.
Because I would have liked to. I didn't know they met. I would have liked to see a scene of them actually talking, like him and Plumber Knight. Also, Plumber Knight. We'll get to that, but Plumber Knight. That was very disappointing for me personally, but we'll get to that. His death, and you're frozen again. This is jeez, the worst.
I did like some of the stuff they did with him. I'll explain it once we get to it. I think that there's other small things I like about it too. The only other big thing that I liked though, where I was like, this is a really good idea, is how self-aware they made the fucking darkness in it. It was the first time where it truly felt like everyone was just sick of his shit. But like, yeah, like because he's alive or something out there somewhere. It's just like
I like how they didn't overplay. At least I think they didn't overplay the oranges thing as much as I thought.
They didn't. But to me, at first, when I saw in the trailer, I was thinking this is gonna be the stupidest thing ever. To me, just like seeing him like that, like biting the peels, I was like, he looks like such a piece of shit now. I love that no one takes him seriously anymore. It's like. Yeah, okay, we got to work with you now. Like no one is intimidated by him, and I found that hilarious. And I feel like that wasn't like done unintentionally. I think that was intentionally funny. Yeah. I thought he was great, and even like when he had his like scene at the end, I felt like it was more deserved. Like
I felt very rewarding for him too. Like he kind of like he didn't finish off the battle, but he still kind of he
got a little bit of redemption for a lot of the shit they did with this character.
So next scene. Not really, just overall like opinion of the choreography. I thought it was great. For the most part.
I thought in some scenes it was great, and in some scenes it was lazy. I think the opening scene has horrible choreography, not cinematography. Choreography. Yeah. Choreography was fine.
In some scenes, I felt like it did look rehearsed a lot of times, but however, I still thought Garrett did a good job.
I think that comes from Garrett. Yeah, Garrett did a good job in this as a whole. Like I didn't really care for the Rafnar character, but I think in this one he was actually able to make all three of them speak to each other and make it convincing that it was three different people.
You remember that part where the other guy's like, Rafnar, I'm going to give you this armor that's going to help you be quicker and faster in battle, and it's like this bulky armor. Like how on earth is he going to be quicker and all that stuff in that armor? It's like, no, he looks silly. The armor looked ridiculous, and the helmet was kind of dumb too. I hated the helmet.
I feel a little bad. Someone clearly
too. Actually, everything about that costume was horrible.
Someone clearly put effort into that, but I know what you're talking about.
It was so dumb. No, it was everything. Everything. I can't even say one thing. It's just everything.
Let's go scene. We'll go scene by scene now. I just want to kind of like get the things that stood out. There is one thing I'll say at the end of this that I think that this movie, and I might be like overthinking it, but in some ways I think it is metaphorical of like the real people behind it. And I do like that. And we'll talk about that once we get to the end.
What do you think about the I kind of like this. like I don't have too much of a problem with it. Like the modernization of the characters, changing their accents, wearing regular people's clothes.
I
Like, just
think
blends in.
them removing the accent from Mario and Luigi was a great call because it
Yeah,
helps so much. Like when you want to take things seriously,
yeah,
that was a really good call. I think that every modern scene was done pretty boring. Like, I mean, like,
yeah.
I can't, like, Daisy coming back barely has to say anything to get him to come back after apparently he's been so stubborn about it for 2 years. Like, it felt very forced. It felt like he joined back so quickly that there was really no reason to make it take place 2 years in the future. There was really no reason for them to, like,
Yeah.
relocate. It doesn't take a long time to get back there. It felt like it was just kind of filler.
What do you think about Okay, so after the brief messages with that cut, about the Mario and Daisy thing, like, do you think? Because I understand like why they did. I think we all do, but like, do you think like just the idea of it makes the series like stand out a bit more? Like, it's not just Mario and Peach like any other parody Mario thing. Like, I don't know.
My only thing with that
Yeah.
is that I don't think that
I'm not saying it was executed well, but I'm saying like the idea of it, it's like it's at least standing out a bit.
I suppose too, but I'm honestly someone who likes like a very likable couple in a show or a movie, and like they don't really.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to insult Richie and Jackie at all. By the way, I'm saying it about the characters 100%. They don't really have chemistry.
No.
There isn't, like, it's very much Daisy's there to be supportive and Mario's
It's
there.
very forced by the creators. It's just
I'm not against the idea even remotely.
They could have
There's
easily
just,
tried like a
there's not even good
subplot.
chemistry. There's not even good chemistry of Plumber Knight and Denise.
Yeah, they very easily could have like put a subplot in Legacy for a romance thing, just to at least start it up and then have it end with them together. Like, all that we had was this scene at the park here when they were first modernized. Like, that's it. I think
it feels like they stay in their comfort zone when doing a couple, and you got to really go past that when you do a likable couple in something. Because I've seen a lot of shows where they have an absolutely outstanding couple. Like, you really want to see them.
This was
stick
the couple
together.
of the year, though, for sure. Haha.
Oh, absolutely. Did you see the movie Her ever?
No, I've wanted to eventually.
That's like a movie where you're like praying that these two are gonna stay together, even though one of them is a fucking automated, like it's just like a fucking device basically. It's a computer. But like just at the like thought that they might not work out in the end is heartbreaking. Like, it's like, you gotta go past your comfort zone a little bit. They don't really do a lot with the opportunity. It's not a bad opportunity they have. It's just they don't do anything with it. I like Plumber Knight and Luigi being a team up in this because it's kind of like throughout the entire. I have a huge role of Plumber Knight in this movie, by the way, and I'll talk about it in a second. Aside from the fact that he's not in a lot of it, but like he.
I would have loved a scene with Mario, Plumber Knight, and Fallout Mario, just like conversing with like, okay, what's the strategy? How are we gonna win this war? You go to you fight this guy, you fight this guy, I'll fight this guy. All right, we'll win this war, guys. And it's like, I don't know, they're like the leaders of the team, and they're not really. Plumber Knight's just kind of there, and then he dies. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. But I like the fact that they're working together. It seems like throughout all of the series, Plumber Knight, that's all he really wanted was to see his brother again. And this is kind of like it's funny because Luigi dies right next to Mario in the Plumber Knight series, but in Mario World, Plumber Knight dies right next to Luigi. There's something I like about that.
I missed that.
Like,
that's nice.
Yeah, there is something nice about that. There is like it feels. And I do think that they have some funny dialogue together, too, in that scene. Like, I think it was like one of the few times where the comedy in the movie actually works. I think they try comedy a lot in this movie, and it doesn't work in a lot of areas. I think their conversation, even when they bring up like really
remember any comedy. Probably
I
was
remember
that
the
bad.
birds and like when they start talking about the birds and the bees and whatnot. Like it's stupid, it's corny, but I started laughing. Like it was like,
Mm.
yeah, it's really dumb, but it's supposed to be dumb.
What did you think of certain characters like Kemek and the other guy, the suit guy
They,
coming back?
they
They
didn't
didn't
they
bring
didn't
much,
do
but it was like it was
anything.
nice to see him again. You know?
Well, I thought when they first mentioned Scott Masterson, I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself, how hilarious would it be if in the last scene of this movie he finally comes back with his reinforcements? How funny would that be? How great of an appearance would that be?
Yeah.
And instead, okay, sit on a bench and talk. It's not
But there was
fun.
a
It's
dog, and it was
the Kamek
adorable.
scene.
Oh, it's a dachshund,
The
actually.
Kamek
Yeah. It was a
the
dachshund,
Kamek
man.
scene. The Kamek scene was bad, and the Scott scene was bad. And it seemed like with the Scott scene, they were going to go somewhere because he's going into the house, and like they're playing this like creepy music. I think, okay, something funny is going to happen here, and then no,
Yeah.
it's just he's sitting on a bench and he talks to him for a little bit, and nothing funny is really said. They make references to older episodes. That's it. It's horrible.
But Mike, how can you say no to this adorable little pupper
It was a
named
cute dog,
something or
but it
other?
just makes the scene worse because that's what they're relying on.
Look at that face. That's
They
a
have to
face of
throw,
disapproval right
they have
there.
to throw little. They have to throw little stuff in there like that.
That should be my profile picture.
I like the actor for Scott Masterson
I
is
love
great.
him.
He just wasn't
Yeah.
given anything.
Oh, what'd you think of if I'll just load these scenes?
They were fine. Like I didn't like.
I mean, I guess we'll eventually get to that, but like
I
before,
think they could have
yeah.
done something. I think since it was just dialogue scenes, you really got to do something nice with the cinematography. You really got to do something nice with the music.
But like
You
when
really
they
got to do
showed up,
something nice with the setting.
when they showed up, were you like theorizing a bit during like did you really pay attention to them as much? Did you really think it was that
I didn't
important?
care that much.
Yeah.
I at this point, like the lore's gotten so ridiculous, and I just like, I'll listen to it. And I mean, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see where it goes coming. But
You
like at the
know,
same time, I was like, okay,
you know
they
what
didn't. They didn't.
you know what I really liked, like the overall thing about Legacy.
Mm,
That I kind of wish they did this a long time ago, and I'm glad they finally did. It's like in a way, you know how like when Richie years ago like set up the whole Merlin and
yeah,
stuff combined with the Mario parodies. You know, that was it made kind of its own thing, its own standout thing.
yeah,
In a way, Legacy was like a conclusion of all that Merlin stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like in the
And
Mario.
I actually have a very in a later scene where they dive
What?
more into
And you're back. Okay, say that again.
better again. All right, are we good?
Yeah, I'll probably cut that.
We have there is a later scene in the movie that kind of like I like the family feel that this movie has, and I like that the word legacy in the title isn't just used because they thought it
Yeah.
sounded cool. They actually like they fit it in there pretty well. I
When
thought
it got to
legacy
the end
like
of the movie, I was like, "Oh, this is actually a really neat idea."
yeah, like the name works good, and it actually like I don't know
Very good. Like it's
it
phenomenally well. Like
I don't think the scenes with Merlin or his father are shot well, though. I
yeah,
don't think that they're visually interesting. I think that the acting is fine. I think that the music selection is forgettable, so I don't remember.
this was
I don't
dumb.
remember what music they played. But there is a scene later in the movie that we'll get to where they do this aspect with two different characters, and they do it very well. And the scenery they use, I think you'll know just from what I'm talking about first from out, the scenery they use is not only different from anything they've ever
Oh,
had on the
I
show
love that
before,
scene.
but it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think it's corny, and I think it's sappy.
It
But at the
introduced
same
a
time,
character that
it's
was
touching.
like introduced a character that's like, you know, if it was any other character, it wouldn't be that important, but like it's such an important character,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
Yeah,
anyway, like
there was a nice family feel with that scene. I liked it.
you know what scene really uh put the Z's there in this one, which was dumb. Where were you, Maddie?
He got a Blue Mountain State. He has a Blue Mountain State shirt on, though. I'll give him
does
props
have
for that.
that,
It's
yes.
a good show. That's a good show.
Don't know what it is, but yes.
You should check it out. It's on Netflix. And the movie is too. There was a movie that came out years later.
What Wait, what's... Oh.
It's a really good show, actually. I think you would love it, Zach. You should check it out.
There's the darkness scene with the oranges.
Yeah, Matt's scene did seem, I mean, I don't know. I understand why they wanted to throw him in. I'm not like against them putting Matt in there. They probably didn't have a lot of time, but yeah, he wasn't fun. I was talking to Hill Hydra about it, actually, because he was like, I was saying, like, they probably should just put him in the Wario costume and like throw him in the last fight for like a couple of shots. I mean, it would have been small, but it would have been cool. And then he kind of brought up a point that we started talking about something. I did kind of come to a conclusion with it that is interesting. Like, a lot of what Hill Hydra said helped me get to this conclusion, and that is, I mean, a big part of this project is about like not only the characters moving on, but the people moving on. Matt's seen in the movie, he lives far away now. He still has fond memories of what they did, and he, still would like to be there for them during this stuff, but he can't, like, he's not always able to. And I do see like these connections, whether they're being made whether they're intentionally being made, or I'm giving this movie meaning that it doesn't have, I don't know. But I do like that, though. Like, I do like the connection. And the scenes are boring. If they were really going for that, there's a way stronger way they could have gone for that. But, yeah, it's better to have those scenes in there than not have them in it at all.
For me...
Did something die? What? Did something just die in your house? I just heard a noise.
Probably the dogs barking. People just came home, so they're probably, like, whimpering.
Maybe from like it's gonna definitely sound better if like from your side when you're recording. But what I heard was like it sounded like suffering.
They cry when people come home. They're like babies. They're little wiener dogs. So what for me, like, I feel like, see, it's a shame that Matt's character is such a big character. He's just as important as Mario and Luigi in the show. Stuff like Scott Masterson and Kamek. Their cameos make sense because they're really smaller characters. Wario just having that scene, just that equivalent of those other guys' scenes. It's like, but he's such an important character. It doesn't. I want more out of it for me.
I hear you.
But I understand. It's hard.
I knew it was going to be that, though. I knew it was going to be
the circumstance of like him being as important compared to the others is a shame. I think that's out of control, but. Out of its the character's control. I don't know.
You know what does bug me about it a little bit, though?
Yes.
What bugs me about it a little bit is how frequently he was shown in the promos for the movie.
Yeah, that...
Like, little teasers.
That kind of ruined it, too, a bit. Yeah.
One scene, you should have kept it a secret then, because then it would have had a bigger impact on you. But instead it's like... I
feel like that scene, maybe I wouldn't have been as upset about it if it wasn't in the trailers. Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, like... I think that it would have been a nice little surprise.
It's like, what was that movie called? It came out a few years ago. It was like, have you ever seen the trailer for that one movie? It was by the way, bad movie. But it had Josh Brolin, George Clooney, Scarlett Johansson, Jonah Hill, and Channing Tatum in it. It was like that early like 1950s, 1960s style.
I know what you're talking about
in the film industry. Remember in the promos they showed all these characters, even Jonah Hill. In the movie, the scene that showed Jonah Hill in the trailer, that was the only scene Jonah Hill was in. He wasn't even part of the main cast. He was in one scene, probably 5-10 minutes long.
Okay.
It's like the same thing like that. Like, I don't know why some people do that.
You know what it would have been like? It would have been like if they made a trailer for season 5 and they put Link in a bunch of it.
Yeah.
Because like Link's cameo was super small and he doesn't do anything. He's just behind a green screen. But because we weren't expecting it and because of how long he was absent from the show, that was just like really such a nice little piece in that episode. Like, I just remember what you felt like when you saw him when you watched that episode for the first time. It had a big impact.
Bad green screen, no. Yeah, it was great.
The green screen work wasn't like, I mean, it was like corny in this.
I just remember the hair being like, okay, yeah, it's clearly like green screen. What did you, I liked these scenes. They were nice. Darkness.
I liked them traveling together because they've been forced to work together in the past, but they've never really traveled together. This was like them going on a buddy.
I felt like Mario and The Darkness were like more like connected compared to the
Yeah.
past. Like it was
Yeah.
actually a nice brotherly
Yeah, I liked
relationship.
it.
You
I
and
liked it. I
I
liked
were the same.
I like Darkness being a dickhead, and I like Mario kind of giving sarcastic responses, but not concerned about this guy at all.
This guy
I
sucks.
also liked. Oh, you know what? We have to talk about this in just a second. The most pointless fucking characters in the movie, Snake and UPS guy, but we'll get to that.
Why was that a thing? Remember in
Did you see the tripod that they got in the shot? By the way,
No.
in the scene
I'll
near the
when I
end
get
of
to
it,
that
there's
scene,
a
I'll look
tripod.
for it. But like remember in Mario World when they built up the whole what was the company he was going after?
Konami or
Konami.
something.
I thought Konami was gonna be a dude in a suit and like had his own gun and like not
It'd be
not
funny.
this guy. Come on.
It'd be funny. Well, it was something fake. That was what the whole thing was. It was fake. They talked about that in a whole scene.
It was lame. I wanted Konami to be a character and fight.
I thought it would have been
cool.
funny. It would have been funny like Scott Masterson. They could have had they had comedy in the movie. They could have kept more of it in there. Sure, keep the last one serious, but you could have had like this big finale of all the side characters coming in. Just get them for a day. Like have Scott Masterson come back with those reinforcements. Have Konami come in and he's just this man in a suit and he's just like this prick video game developer. Just like have all these people come in.
Yeah.
And it would have been hilarious.
At least that gun shooting. I don't know. I said shotting. Gun shooting fight scene was cool, right? Behind literally branches, peeking behind little branches there.
It was bad.
Snake, you got cover. You're all good, man.
Julian. It was bad.
Couldn't find any other setting.
It led into the best scene of the movie, though. Although, what was I about?
That was great.
What was I about to say? Oh yeah, one thing that I did like too, going back with that family feel, is like when Darkness is traveling with Mario throughout the movie. I do like how he's even talking about his family a little bit. Like, and it's in a kind of a mocking way, but he's talking about in this like exact place all the time what you're trying to do. Like he had it's interesting because it's really the first time you hear Darkness telling them about what Merlin and Decius were like, because he was with them, around them for a long time.
Yeah.
He was there for a lot of that madness. And it's like the first time that he's kind of talking about it. And I liked that. That was a nice little touch. Darkness was good in this movie, and I'm surprised that he was one of the best parts, because I didn't like him in the early stuff where everyone else
the trailer
liked him. I always.
Yeah. Oh god.
Are we still talking about it?
I was gonna say like the trailers like made him out to look like this. He's gonna be the comedic relief of the movie, and like he was in a way. He was some, but like he was just as important, I thought.
Mm-hmm. No, he wasn't like, and I love like the comedy.
He brought Mario to this amazing scene here. Horrible white balance right now with the webcam, but yeah, you get it.
Very well shot scene. It was very nice looking. The music was nice. The action music that was playing during it. The family feel was nice. The acting was. I think the acting was corny as hell, but it was done in a charming way.
Same.
I think that like the Lady of the Lake too. Like she had like really corny acting, but
Well, what was the did you say UPS? Like, what was the point of Snake being with UPS? Like, why did you have to join him?
UPS just decided to join him in the season 2 finale. I remember that much.
I mean, I get he's pretty happy about it right here. He has like an orgasm here.
I actually completely forgot about the existence of Ness and Squall until they mentioned them at the very end of the movie. That's how little of a significance they left. I forgot they existed.
Here we're getting to that costume I hate so much now. Can't wait to show that, even though everyone already saw it.
I think that Garrett actually did a good job making the characters talk to each other, though. I think that the mask movement, like whenever the characters are moving around and they do the voiceover, it never really felt like it matched. But if you just listen to the audio, I do feel like it was 3 different people talking to each other. I did like that. I thought he did a good job. He did a corny job like everyone else did, but it works for a project like this. He did a nice job. You are right. It was well.
For the
choreographed
most
well.
part. Again, like some scenes it looked rehearsed, like they could have had more
I
practice
think
with them,
the
but
scenes.
overall.
I think the scenes where, it looked really bad were the scenes where the camera was just set up in one spot, not moving or doing anything interesting. Like they just set a tripod up and said, "Okay, let's go over here and fight now." Like
There's some scenes like, you know, someone's going for a punch and like the character's already blocking right before. Like, how can you kind of like time it a bit? I feel like Richie
Yeah.
could have said like, okay, let's do a different take of this. Maybe this time be a bit quicker with this, so then it doesn't look like, you know, the fist is coming. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get like a speed for
You know,
this
that's
real
not
quick.
even
Like,
Garrett's fault. Yeah, it is kind of Richie's also. He could have
yeah,
just said a different take.
cinematography was only great in one scene, and it was nice in other scenes, like with like the sets and whatnot. But like, I mean, like even in the scene, like with the very nice location, it's fine. It's done well. It looks nice, but there's nothing unique being done with the camera. It's just a bunch of still shots. But with the Fallout scene, no, it's really well shot.
Yeah,
like,
I'm on that right now. Like,
very entertaining.
how long do you
I
want to
think that
talk about this scene?
I admire the slow mo bullet because
That
like
was kind of cool. It looked realistic, and I knew it was CGI, but it was a good CGI.
it was nice and I liked it. I think it bothers me a little bit, like because I know what program he used. I recognize it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was like a default, like they just like it was a default bullet that comes with the program. I just recognize the textures they used. So that took me out of a little bit, but that's my fault for being an editor.
I like the first person stuff every now and then. That was cool in the
I do think that I would criticize it for like the whole slow mo thing, because I think that's like a action movie cliche, but it works with Fallout.
It was a fun cliche. It was a fun fight scene. It wasn't like.
It also works in Fallout though, because they actually do it in slow motion in Fallout when you do the targeting thing. I loved one of my favorite parts was the first person thing where it was playing like the old music, because you can listen to music. You can listen to music in the game while you're doing this, and like that's such a nice touch.
Yeah. Hi.
Sorry.
It's actually bother. What?
She opens the door immediately. Oh, sorry. It's like just a funny reaction. Yeah, no, I thought that scene was fantastic. Although, again, like with the Solid Snake fight, the bad guy was hiding behind literally branches and yeah. But there's trees everywhere else in the area. They just could have done. I don't know, man. Oh, wait, go back. That was actually a fun face to freeze on.
Seriously, think about this. Every villain that successfully killed a character, that character ends up coming back. So I think Alpha is the one successful villain in the series of killing DK.
But to be fair,
he is the only one who got
an easy shot. And do you remember that one line where they said, "Wow, he's a good shooter. He killed DK." It's like he was literally just a few feet away. Like, wow, he's such a good shot. Easy shot, freebie.
But he successfully killed a character that didn't come back to life. He is the only character who can say he did that.
Because he ran right toward his gun.
But he still has
What a talent! What a talent!
He still has it.
Sharpshooter.
He successfully murdered someone. He successfully murdered someone. What was the point of killing that character? Like, it's such a stupid decision. There was no reason to kill him off. Like, it was so
Don't you understand?
silly.
This is a way to put in Diddy Kong now. Now that they need a new ape, you get it? It's for a replacement. He can be. DK could be replaced this whole time. He's not that important.
Remember, just go back to you're gonna go back to season 1 to watch it for good old times.
Oh wait! You told me. Sorry, I just remembered. You told me about that tripod. In the snake scene.
But I'm just imagining it's like the scene. It's like the very end of this like snake scene, the last scene that he's in.
Because that's near the end of the movie.
You have the freaking Well, I mean, it's the fight scene, isn't that the last snake scene?
Is it the final scene where he's like talking to Mario, or is the end of the fight scene?
I think it's the end of the fight scene, but check the end, like the call of Mario. Just imagine watching just going back to season 1 and watching like this first episode with DK in it, and like, it's a funny little chase scene. He gets shot in the head at the end of this. He's dead by the end of this show.
It wasn't even like, because like the tone and everything else, like it wasn't even for like comedy's sake, and it couldn't have been for comedy's sake, and it was like the worst character to even put in. I don't know, like who else could have died?
You just see like this guy in a gorilla suit run towards someone with a gun.
No.
You see a person. What you're watching in the scene, and this is why I find it so hilarious, is you're watching someone in a gorilla suit run towards someone holding a gun up. And you see the mask kind of like moving as he runs, and you see him wearing tennis shoes running towards this gunman.
We needed.
It is impossible to take it seriously.
Wait, what is that? Oh, I thought there was a cockroach over there. Holy crap! Sorry. I was looking at the hole in the towel here, and I'm like, the hole in the dark looks like a cockroach. Sorry. I was gonna say, like, why not?
There's still a hole in the towel.
No.
Or Legacy, if you want to talk about, make it like.
I'm probably gonna put Super Mario Legacy in the title. I don't know.
KKK.
They should have killed off Yoshi's and not DK. I mean, they barely use him anyway. You know.
And I asked Kevin if he was like gonna be in it or not, and Kevin said, they haven't talked to me about it yet, and I guess they never did.
Rip. I'm gonna look for that tripod now. I don't even think the battle didn't begin yet. Snake's holding the gun.
Did they have Yoshi in the second season of Mario World? Like, I feel like they just brought him back and stopped too.
There's a lot of characters. They introduced Squall and didn't even use him. Like, Mario World was setting up Legacy anyway. All these characters weren't even there. Like.
Yeah, Linkle wasn't there. Squall wasn't there.
I'm looking for the tripod
now. Like the one character. Zelda came in for one episode and she was the worst.
I was wondering about that. Where was Zelda and Linkle? And Zelda was a big character to finally be introduced in the series, you know? And you don't even have her in this big movie. I was pissed.
It was stupid.
I don't think... Wasn't the actress kind of bad? Either way, Zelda's a big character, dude. Well,
Zelda was stupid because Linkle...
I agree, but still... Like,
Linkle, an adult who can make decisions on her own, did something to get herself hurt, I guess.
You know, what Zelda as this mystical sword-fighting kind of genre. Like, that would have been perfect for Legacy. With the whole medieval time thing, but nah, it wasn't in it.
And then Zelda comes in and starts shouting at Mario for something that's going on in her world, and is something that's her responsibility.
When you say tripod, I'm still looking for it, but when you say tripod, is it you see it in the background, or is it a shadow of the tripod?
No, you see it in the background. It's just there.
I'm looking for it. It's at the end of the Snake's fight scene. If it's not in this, then it's at near the end of the movie. Are you frozen? You're frozen. God damn.
I'm gonna do something. Fuck you.
Okay.
You fucking cocksucker.
Well, keep talking. I'm looking for it.
Are you? Am I freezing?
No, you're good. Oh, before you were, but just keep talking, so then I know that it's not frozen.
Well, okay. Fine.
So keep
I have stuff I have to do. We gotta end this.
There's a tripod. Wow.
You found it?
UPS is holding Snake like you're gonna be okay. It's like the camera was like, oh wait, whoops. You couldn't have like reshot that. Rich, you couldn't watch that back and be like, okay. Does he? I wonder if he watches back the clips on set before he like moves on to the next scene.
I can't give him too much shit because I feel like it's ironic
dumb,
after I feel like it's ironic after what I said about the Christmas special this year.
What if he just put in, like, he noticed that in post-production, like, he forgot to watch that back on set, so he looked it back on in post-production, he was like, how am I going to disguise this? And he just puts a PNG tree there, like an obvious PNG tree.
It's not motion tracked either, so it moves.
No, I was going to say it's motion tracked, but, like, that would be, it's not even, like, there's still the white background behind the tree, it's not even, like, a good PNG, it's, like, JPEG.
You just use the white squares.
That's why I know. It's animated too, it's not even real.
They don't crop around them if like one of the characters interferes, so they go behind the JPEG if they interfere with it. Oh.
Just the guy like in the bottom right corner, it goes like wow, and then winks and goes away.
Speed it up.
What? Oh, here we go. Plumber Knight versus Not Rathnar. What did you think?
It was fine. Lightsaber's cool. Like I said, I like that. I want to mention my one big problem with Plumber Knight in this part, but I do like that he dies next to Luigi. Like I said that before earlier, and also.
But the idea of Plumber Knight dying already. You know.
Well, I think it's just dumb because he abandoned his own world, and now they don't have him. I guess it's up to Denise. They
Yeah,
have a problem again.
I thought this
Fuck
whole
my universe. I gotta help this random person, even though they clearly established there's like millions of different universes, so millions of others are dealing with the same problem, so you're only helping one. So it's kind of fucking pointless. You should just stick to yours and help yours, but that's my rant.
at the end at the end of Mario World Season 2 though, like didn't they say like this is a future, like a parallel future, but like we all thought this was going to be the real future, but then like when he went back in time because of Rathnart, he changed the history, so this is a future that was never going to happen. But then in Legacy, he was saying Luigi, hey, this is going to happen. It's like, but no, the future's changed now, isn't it? And it's like, no, I guess things are going to become Plumber Knight. And it's like, what? And so now the whole him dying and yeah, leaving up to Denise, so that's the ending of Mario World. Plumber Knight goes back in time, dies, and Denise is all on her own. That's the end of the timeline. As we know it. That's dumb.
Denise.
It's stupid.
Denise.
What if they changed the timeline and then at the end of Legacy he could have faded away out of existence? That would have been a good death. Because now the timeline could be renewed. You don't have to have this BS future that we didn't. It's like a parallel future. It's a parallel world future thing.
Well, again, like what I was saying before, the problem I have with that is with like them having so many different parallel futures. The future where Luigi dies probably happens in a lot of them. So why did you need to come back to this specific one and fix it? It's gonna happen to a million other people. Just let it go. Stay in your world.
That's what happens when you introduce time travel, Richie. You don't know how to do it. You can't execute it well. You big doofus. Look at this. He's so confident.
We're gonna get the Denise. We're gonna get the Denise show, and it's gonna be. And it's going to be Denise and Tim. Ness.
It's going to be.
Ness is only. Ness is only going to appear in like one scene where he's sitting on a bench, not dressed as Ness.
It's literally just going to be like doing those old skits, like the game show thing, like.
It's going to be
with Plumber Knight characters.
Darkness is going to come back.
Remember, like after Mario Brothers ended, those little Mario skits. One of them was the game show thing with Lara Croft and. Yeah, we're gonna have that both Denise as the main dude, and
I was just gonna say we could
Ness, and
we could bring Darkness back, but the full form of Denise.
What if they make Denise like a female plumber, like a Batgirl kind of thing? Plumber Knight sequel, both Denise.
If they did something interesting,
she'll have a D on her head, which would be so bad.
Richie, make it happen.
I wouldn't put it past Richie to do something that dumb, but like, oh my god, that would be amazing though. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, he does stupid things sometimes. I love him.
What's next?
The Denise show. That's what's next. Sorry. Oh, right. Let me see. The D on her hat. That would be amazing. What did you
I thought you said like I'm a D on her head, like this latex costume, and then there's like a giant D on her forehead.
It's like it's not even to be taken seriously at all in this dark toned universe. It would be so weird.
Yeah. It'd be like taking the dark comic and making an Adam West show out of it, right? Did the comic start off lighthearted though, or was it always dark? Did it start dark?
Batman was always like at first was cartoony, but they made him dark eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he was Adam West Batman for a while.
So he started off as Adam West Batman.
Well, in the comics, it was more cartoony than Adam West Batman went off of that. But I feel like maybe. Nah, was it before it could have been before the Jack Nicholson Joker. I forget the actor who played.
I know.
Michael Keaton.
Just so we're clear, I know that like the comic came before Adam West. I'm just saying was like the.
I don't know if they made it darker before Michael Keaton's Batman or after, because I know that movie was dark and that started dark movies.
That must have been weird when it first came out then, because we all know the dark Batman, but imagine knowing Adam West is like the only Batman there is, like in the comics are very much like that. But
Remember all
then
the
you get like
cows
really
and
dark
cacao
with it.
things with the
And then it just gets like super dark. Like that'd be like if you took Mario and tried to make it super dark.
yeah. Uh,
Except I guess Blood had
but
a better payoff.
thing is though, to be fair, that time was like all corny stuff, and like Mario, we had like years and years and years of just fun, kid-friendly video games, and still going on. This is just a parody, not the it's not the canon. Anyway, this suit, the cape, the helmet, the gloves, everything is wrong. He could have
What does he
stayed
look
the same.
like, man?
Oh, it's dark now. What?
He looks like something to me. I don't know what it is.
A knight, but with
He looks
a t-shirt and jeans on.
He looks like Ham Joe running around with his helmet and cape on. Remember Ham Joseph
Ham Joe.
from Fantasy Life? When we play Fantasy Life together, I had like that
Yeah.
character running around with the cape and the.
That's Fantasy Life.
Hold on. I might start a new file. I'm gonna keep Ham Joe, keeping that file because Ham Joe is my spirit animal. But
We need to get one volunteer to join us eventually on our adventures someday. Do you agree?
yeah, I just want to play it again because I actually do like the story. It's corny but fun.
Yeah. Did you finish the
let's
DLC
talk about
story?
Oh, I finished it like 2 years ago.
Oh.
I never fully I never mastered all the lives or got to level 200, but I don't think I'm ever gonna do that.
I think I either made it to level 200 already, or I'm close, like maybe 199, 198.
With
So one last
let's talk
scene.
about the end.
I think one
Yeah.
last scene to talk about the whole
Just
reveal
keep
of this one character being yeah.
It's fine.
What did you think?
I think it's fine that they decided to go that route. I didn't think
What
I
is
was
going
gonna care
on in
that
your
much.
house?
I don't know. I didn't think people were gonna care. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna care that much because I feel like I've outgrown most of the lore stuff. I like it when they are self-aware. I like it when they're funny. I do think some of the sappiness can have a charm to it, and I think this movie definitely does. The whole big reveal at the end, I didn't care. Like, I mean, it was done fine. It was.
You know how I kind of like. I feel the same thing with you, but like, I care just a little bit though, because like, Merlin. This is his last story, but like in a way, it's like he passes the family line onto Mario. Mario finds out he has a son. It's like, oh, he has this whole thing, this family thing to look forward to that he has to try to keep on going, and it's like important and stuff, and it's like kind of Merlin's legacy becomes Mario's, and it's gonna be the son's legacy at some point, I'm sure, if they make up, if they kiss and make up and stuff, and it's like, oh man, he's important. You get it? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked it fine. And then the final scene with them all standing out there together. I like the music they start to play, but then when the credits stop, I don't know why they couldn't just kept that music going with the credits. That
What
was
if they
stupid.
played? I don't. Wait. Oh, also Rosalina appeared.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What if they played for the end credits
Come on, Luigi. Come on, Mario.
Why don't you get a job? And then the whole thing's just a prequel to your show.
Michael help one. Why would that? Guess season 7 is gonna really need to explain some things.
But yeah, that was all the scenes. Overall,
I liked it. I had fun.
I thought it was. I mean, there were scenes that I thought were better than I thought they were gonna be, but like overall, I wouldn't rewatch it.
I'd rewatch scenes.
It's not episode 75 good at all.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, again, like I like the idea. A lot of ideas, like the whole overall thing of like just concluding the Merlin subplot in Mario Brothers, like that was cool to conclude. I liked Darkness. I liked some of the shots. Again, the beach scene was really nice. But again, stupid stuff like DK's scene in the Rathnar's new gear, which was told to him like was gonna improve his speed in combat, and it's like that was just dumb. It's like there was a scene with him fighting the other guy earlier, like training, and he was like so swift and fast, and he was like kicking. He was doing like the hurricane kicks, And it's like in this gear, it's like, how is he gonna do it? You're saying he's gonna be better now?
attack.
No, that's dumb.
You just pick your shoe up and you throw it at them. Shoe attack.
Yeah.
Finding Paradise came out.
What were you gonna say?
That was my last thing I was gonna say.
About something you were gonna say after Legacy you wanted to mention.
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Finding Paradise came out. That's a game I've been talking about since the very beginning of DuckCast because it's a sequel to the Moon, one of my favorite stories of all time. It's like a game, but it is like mainly storytelling. The gameplay is kind of minimal. You do stuff, you do get to explore. Like there is little things to do, but you're mainly playing it for the story, the music, and the characters. The sequel finally came out. It was just as good as I thought it was going to be. It was probably a little better than the first one, even though even though I say both of them are 10 out of 10s. Play To the Moon. Play Finding Paradise. I swear to God, Zach, you need to do it. I've been telling you for years. You never listen.
How much is it?
It's like $10 for both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, $10 each. Like each game is $10. Don't watch a Let's Play because I kind of appreciate people like PewDiePie and Markiplier playing the games because it does actually take it from like only being known by 1,000 people to being known by millions. But it's like if you watch them play it, there's no reason to get it yourself. It's a story game. And he deserves to be compensated for working on it for 5 years, I think. It was really good. He puts quality over quantity. It's only like a couple of hours. Like it's like a good... What? Did I freeze?
I just realized the last recording was like over 40 minutes, and like this one's over 40 minutes, so this is probably like close to an hour and a half long already.
Oh, it's on me a long episode. We talked about that for a while. I wanted to end at 8. It's 8:32. I had stuff to do. My cousin's here.
Your cousin's here, you idiot. You gotta hang out with your family.
I want to see my family, man.
Family. Well, anyway, so take your game, Powerpuff Girls for the Game Boy Advance. The Powerpuff Girls Him and Seek. That's the name of it. Remember that bad guy, the devil? His name was Him. It's a name of the... Here you go.
What, they put it up here? All right, there we go.
Camera work.
And yeah, Find Paradise. Seriously, get To the Moon and Find Paradise, but you have to play the mini-sodes too. The mini-sodes are free with
All right.
To the Moon.
I was gonna say
do it fucking now.